Alright, I am tuning my piano because it is kind of funky. I'm probably about halfway through and I just want to get it tuned up so I can start playing again and start boxing again. And so I just thought I would bring people in on it. And yeah, so I'm just going to tune. So you're going to listen, and if nobody watches, that's how it is, because I guess that's the best way to start anything is by just starting it. And recording it and documenting it. So that's what I'm going to do. And what key was I on? I have never had piano tuning lessons. I kind of just watched a few YouTube videos myself and thought, what's the worst that can happen? If I break it, I'll just, pay the same amount of money, hopefully, to have somebody come fix it. But so far, it's been actually going really well. Everybody that I've talked to, they're like, oh no, you gotta have a professional do it. But there's YouTube, and there's, doing it yourself. Why not try to learn something? So I've been kind of enjoying it. I've been nervous to start it. I've probably been putting it off for a good month now, but well, that was my bag. I was on the wrong bag. I'm gonna have to go back and tune that last one though. I don't think this one's even being hit. Dang. Okay, we're gonna have to tune it that way. My piano is all sorts of broken, so that's also why I'm not too worried about it. I mean, can't make it any worse. Well, that's a random string, doesn't get hit anyways by the hammer, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. Now that's the noise we're looking for, where you got those two dissonants and you kind of got the wobble in it. And then I like to turn this over and then just listen. You can kind of hear how the two notes kind of become one like that. And all of a sudden, that wobble goes away. And honestly, I don't care if it's not perfect. I'm not going for perfection. I think that's what was stopping me originally. It's just I shouldn't do this unless I can do it like a professional, which I'm not. So I wasn't okay, I'm not a professional, but why not just do enough and learn a bunch of stuff along the way and save $100. I'm sure someday there's going to be like a real piano tuner that's watching this and he's just going to be ashamed of me. Because I'm probably damaging the piano at the same time as trying to fix it. One thing that I've seen in videos is like you got to be careful because these pins go all the way through, so as you're like spinning it, you don't want to torque it too much, so all of a sudden that pin snaps and all of a sudden you got to have that whole thing fixed. But I haven't noticed too much, really. I wonder if I'd need a different size now. Is this a smaller one? Seems like it's the same. This thing. Oh, that's right, I gotta go back to that last peg that I took out of tune too quick. Yep. And this ain't horseshoes, we're going for good enough, or maybe the opposite of what I just said. I am not gonna worry about it if it's 95% good. 95 is good enough. Okay. You can hear it when it hits. Am I in the wrong one again? That's the one thing, I lose track of these pegs. It's really hard to tell sometimes. I'm just messing this up right now. Oh my god. That's why you get a professional. These notes are messed up. I think let's try to be a little bit more careful which pegs I'm sticking these on. Yeah, you're just trying to make it sound like one note, and honestly, when it sounds like one note, it sounds so good. And there's kind of like a range. I'm starting to learn, like what a honky-tonk kind of piano is and like a bright. I don't know if there's a different types of tunings or maybe just a different structure of the piano, but different angles, just a slight, twist of the wrist right or left, all of a sudden you got a different sounding piano note. It's interesting. This one I messed up too. Where was I? I'm not sure exactly what I'm supposed to do now that the amount of space I have gets smaller and smaller with these things. If I'm supposed to go underneath it somehow and damp it that way or what, but just keep going until I can't anymore. Still working, but this one is weird. This one is very weird. Can I still hit it if I... Almost gotta like go up here and just hold it. It's a bad way to tune a piano if I'm gonna be holding my hand in here though. Can I do up here? No problem. I don't know what to do. Let's just hold it with a finger. Let's do that. That sounds good. I can't tell because my finger's kind of messing up the whole thing. Exactly. But I got this little bar that's kind of in the way, so I'm hoping once I get past this string that I won't have the same problem having to put my hand in there to dampen the one of the three strings on this note. And I suppose I'm just going to keep going up the piano because what else am I supposed to do? First I was doing the A. I'd seen somebody on a YouTube video, and then they go down to the A, then the B, the A flat to the A flat, the G to the G, F sharp, then you can start doing intervals like that. But I didn't watch the whole video. I didn't know what you did after that. Alright, let's see what this one looks like. Gross. Stick this in here. There we go. This in here. There we go. There we go. Good enough. To hear what it sounds like sharp and hear the wobbles on the other side, and then kind of go back to the center so I know what both sides, because I'm starting from flat, everything's flat. Go a little bit sharp and then bring it back. It's just, I don't know, it just seems to work better. And obviously, you know, my pedal does not work on all of the strings, as you may have already noticed, but it was a $75 piano. Actually, it was a $50 piano, and then it cost $25 to get it shipped from Habitat for Humanity. But shout out for them, because it was $100, and then they just gave it to me for $50 because they're nice people. And then the $25 to deliver, and the tip on top of that. So it came back to $100, but still, you know, $100 for a piano? It's a good deal. That sounds suspiciously good already. Probably whacking on this too hard, but I haven't gotten a feel with the wrist. If you're really close, the two notes together will sound airy, because the wobbles are kind of like so far apart that it's just going wow, 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 instead of wow, 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 wow. It's hard to pick it up, so then it kind of, they're still blending, and it's harder to pick that up, and it's alright, just as long as it's not too much. I should have stuck the other one in there, whoops. I'm gonna call it good. Honestly, I feel like my piano gets worse in the wintertime being next to the window. I'm not sure though. I don't really know. But I'm surprised these higher notes are better than I remember them being over the winter time, so it might just be my memory. See, and then that one sounds good again. These high notes seem to be almost fine already after I tune it up. But it may just be the subtle nuances of the higher notes too. I mean, I've never done this before. I don't know what the nuance is supposed to be. So I guess that is what I'm learning. It might just be me, it sounds good, but maybe it's just becoming more difficult in the higher notes. I can definitely hear a wobble. Alright, on to the next one. Middle peg. These ones. Man, I am definitely running out of room. Oh, I'm back up to my A. As I started on this A, and I believe so. I got everything tuned. Now I'll have, damn, a solid 3 octaves. Cool. From A to A to A. Good enough. Ooh. Yeah, I think that sounds good. Again, this top one sounds fine. I could be wrong. Who let me borrow his piano tuning stuff. Levi Harris, shout out to you, buddy. Thank you for letting me experiment and seeing what's what. You know, I feel like I'm not a car mechanic, but I do feel like, you know, I play piano and being responsible for the underbelly of it. It's kind of a cool feeling. Being able to tune my own piano for the first time. It's exciting. I'm wondering how long it'll last, or if I'm doing something wrong that it'll all of a sudden get out of tune really quick. I'm sure that's probably something that I'm not aware of yet. It sounds about right. I'm definitely running out of space with these guys. Again, here's another one. Just keeps ringing, I guess. Might because I got this stuff sticking it to it. There we go. Good enough. Ooh, you can already hear that one's bad. I'm so bad at piano, I don't even know why I'm trying to do this in the first place. Because I like it. Wow, these ones I can hear the beats really distinctly on this note for some reason. That was very interesting. See, that kind of got that honky noise when the two notes are one's flatter than the other. I don't know. That just reminds me. Maybe honky just sounds like an auto-tune piano too, just because it's like Wild Wild West, I guess, that's what I always think when I hear honky. It was like horses and stuff. Ragtime, that's the word I'm looking for. So I got all of these tuned. Honestly, going down, I was surprised to see most of them pretty close, so I should be able to blast through those, especially because then they become two strings and then one string. Starting here, then you have the three strings going all the way up, and they get smaller and smaller and smaller, and that's kind of where it really starts to get flat up in this highest register. So just a little bit longer, I guess. That's, I think, the biggest daunting task about tuning a piano is just how much needs to be tuned. I don't even know how I am supposed to do this. How do I keep this out of the way, actually? I'm gonna do this. Kind of dampened, but it still is kind of, it'll work for my purposes. I hate when I do that. I don't even know if I'm doing anything. It does not even want to barely read this now. Sounds good to me. I like it. Again, this top peg sounds a lot better than the bottom one. Good. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. Alright, this has been fun. Have a good day.